Hi there. You'll be aware that we've changed the PNF form template. I just wanted to take a few moments to highlight some of the changes we've made to the form and some of the areas where we're placing more emphasis on the form. Top of the form in this area here, we've tidied up some links to some additional help files. We've also put up here the new quality assurance policy. If you click on that box there, it will open the new quality assurance policy and you'll be able to take a look at that. There's also a link to some of these how-to video guides that I've been producing. You'll find that here. So, scrolling down the form, let's see where some of the things have changed. Placing more emphasis on the project status. Projects that finish and projects closed. We get a lot of projects that get submitted as bids, they get rejected and they don't come back and mark them up as dead. Much more emphasis on keeping the status up to date there. A little further down the form, we have some start and end dates. Again, we need to keep these up to date. If things change during the lifetime of a project, please come back to the form and update it. Just skipping back up a little, we increasingly need to make institutional returns, and to make these as accurate as possible, to get the source of funds correct, the activity type. You'll be sitting with the faculty finance controllers on this. Have a chat to them and describe the project to them, and they'll make sure you pick the correct source of funds and activity type. Much more emphasis on getting the coding correct there. Further down, these are new boxes, research, enterprise or other. We're asking you to categorize activity type, either research, enterprise or something else. This is so that we can split off how much research and enterprise funding we're generating. These drop down boxes here, we're not using those just yet. So scrolling on further down the form, there's no significant changes if any in these sections and the finance sections. The next stage we come to where they've got some changes is around risk assessment. We've changed the risk assessment forms themselves, changed the guidance we've produced to the risk assessment. There's some guidance that you can obtain by clicking the button there. We've produced a template risk assessment form. This is a completely separate form to this. It's up to the faculty finance controllers if they choose to use that, or there should be some sort of risk assessment undertaken on the project. The faculty finance controller signs the PNF form off. If they wish to make any comments about the risk assessment that's been undertaken or the finances or anything else that they think is relevant to those that they can make additional comments here. This box will expand to accept however much text you input into it. Further on down the form, the sign-off process has changed a little bit. It's now vital that the EB contracts team sign off on approving the legal terms and conditions of the funding agreement. This is David Rees or Nayan Patel. We're only reviewing the legal aspects of the contract, putting any judgment on the finances of the project or the achievability of the project. But Julian Beer will expect EB contracts team to have signed off on contracts that are signed off. That's irrespective of value. Further on down the form, something that you can pay a little more attention to ensure that we get the codes through correctly. When the contract's been signed off, requesting an activity code, can you make sure that the first parts of the activity code have been completed to the source of funds and the activity type, C code, unit, and the first 2 or 3 characters of what will become the activity code entering here. If those aren't entered, unfortunately we have to send them back to you, and that causes a delay. And there's a little bit of guidance here on unit code definitions, but again, faculty finance controllers should be taking the lead on completing those sections. That's it. Thanks for watching.